Hi, y'all. I earned every penny of my job today, baby. Every penny. Your girl have been busy today. From client calls to coaching calls to all the above. I have been busy. But I'm happy to be here tonight. After this, I'm going to bed. But I am so glad to be here with you all. And I am so glad to talk about this book. I cannot believe that we have never talked about a hood love story. Cray cray. So let's get into it. Hold on, let me see if y'all on her yet. If anybody in this group. If any, I got two people on her. Who in her? Let me first of all, let me fix my shirt a little bit. But who in her shout yourself out? Baby, Takira Allen been giving me a run for my money these last 2 days. That's part of the reason why I'm tired because I've been stressing about getting parachutes. But I was able to get it yesterday and I was able to get it today. Hi, Debbie. Oh, girl, what you doing to her? Girl, what made me dust this off? I haven't read I've been in like a little reading funk. And so I haven't anything. Hi Shabana, girl. I'm so glad you're here. But everything I've been reading, it ain't really been hitting. So I was like, let me read something that was really good to me that I haven't read in a long time, where it would be like almost like the first time reading it again. And that's exactly how this felt. So hey, so who has read this? Who has read a hood love story? Okay. So let me get started. I'm Shaquana, and I am your host of the Black Girl Book Club podcast. The Black Girl Book Club podcast. The Black Girl Book Club podcast. Hey! And today we are reading a hood love story by Ivy. Is it Ivory or Ivy? Ivory B by Ivory B. And baby, I'm gonna tell y'all, nobody told me about this book. I didn't really hear about it in the book community. Don't hear about this book in the book community a lot, which is strange. Hopefully, we can change that. Well, I don't know because there's two books, two very good, juicy, well written books, and there should be a third, but there isn't. And I think Celeste found her for me. I can't remember, but I remember when I first read this book, I was looking for that lady because I'm like, where is book three? I need book three right now. But this just popped up on Amazon. I think I read this before I was like heavily in the book community, before I had a book club or a book group, or it just popped up and it had like 1,200 reviews on it. And I seen it once and I didn't read it. And then I seen it again. I was like, let me read this. And this was so good. If you into hood love stories, as I am, then you gonna love this. If you haven't read it and you into that type of thing, read it. So, A Hood Love Story by Ivory B is really about the first time I read it, I felt like the story was about Los and Lucky, but it wasn't. This was about three couples, and the book is actually broken up into three parts. So you have Los and Lucky story at first, and then you have Keema and Ja story, and then you have Ty and Nice's story, right? So that's how we gonna go through the book like that. So my first question to y'all is, Who was your favorite couple? They worked my nerves this time. I'm maturing, y'all. I think I might finally be maturing at 43 years old. And I don't know how I feel about it. Because, baby, when I tell you these babies worked my nerves, they worked them. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. So the first couple is Los and Lucky. And so they meet through Lucky's cousin. What's that girl? Shoshana? Sharon? What's that? How you pronounce her name? Hey Dominique, girl, you ready for this? Hey Jennifer. Um, but the first couple, okay, they met through Lucky's cousin, basically. Lucky is a college student. She was adopted by her uncle and his wife. Her parents, she did she know her daddy? I know her mom passed, right? Or her mom was on drugs. And her uncle adopted her and his wife, and they had a daughter, Ty, right? And so they come from humble beginnings, but then the uncle died in a work accident, and they got a lot of money from his accident from, him passing away from the job, and they kind of came into some money, and the aunt, of course, really took care of them. What was her name? And so Lucky is a college student. She's beautiful. She looked like she might be Blasian. Yeah, no, half black, half Asian, but I don't think she is. Both of her parents are black. And she's just like a little college student. I could just kind of picture her, being in school. She's kind of like a quiet girl, but she got her hood side to her. Remind me of my daughters, actually. And so she's going to school, and her cousin is trying to get her to go out with her and this guy she just met, and she wants Lucky to come along as to get as the as her wing girl, right? So first of all, the cousin is ran through and super ratchet. Okay, and Lucky, that's her cousin. And you know how you have them family members or whatever, yeah, cool, but you try to keep your distance. So Lucky tries to keep her distance. Plus, the cousin is always in some bullshit, right? And they cousins, they love each other, but they estranged kind of, and the cousin be hating on her and stuff too. And this what I don't understand. This happened in almost all the books that we read, but it's like when you know somebody do not have your best interests at heart, why would you go out with them or like put yourself in a position which Lucky came up off of this. So if she had gone with her first man, her and Los probably would have met, probably like at a club or something like that. But it kind of sped up the process. So it actually worked in her favor. But I did not want her to go out with the cousin because I just knew the cousin was about to get her in some bullshit. So Lucky goes out with the cousin. Lucky didn't want to go, but the cousin is like begging her to go, like, cuz I need you to go. Hey Erica girl, I need you to go with me. I need you to go. Please, please, please. She's basically begging her to go with her on this double date, right? That she just set up. And so Lucky like, all right, I'll go or whatever. So she end up going. The cousin be talking shit all the time and like trying to throw shade on her all the time and stuff like that. So they came and picked Lucky up at her college. And they are double dating with two brothers that's not really brothers. They like best friends. Well, we thinking right now. They best friends, they not really brothers. They just been knowing each other all their lives, grew up together, hustled together, all that or whatever, right? So the guy, nice. I don't think Lucky realized during that time how much Nona didn't like her. I don't know. And I mean, they're young, so maybe she didn't see it. But goddamn, reading that book, I'm like, girl, mm-mm. I mean, knowing. that she didn't like you might have been one thing, but knowing that she didn't have your best interest at heart. Like y'all cool, like I was saying, but knowing she didn't have her best interest at heart. But anyway, so the cousin come pick Lucky up and everything. And when she get in the car, oh, well, she didn't even get in the car at first. Some stuff happened before she got in the car, but when she came out of her, I think she might have been at the library at school or something like that. But when she came out, the brother Los, so you got Los and you got Nice. He was like, "Damn, she fine," because they thought Nona was finna play them, and the cousin wasn't gonna be all that. And I think I done told y'all this story before, but I got a cousin like that too. So, my cousin Esther, I would always want her to come with me. And I would tell guys I got a cousin, her name is Esther. And by her name, they would be like, "Oh, nobody want to talk to no motherfucker Esther," but she was really pretty. And so when they would finally see her, they would be like, "Yeah, good looking out." But when I would say that, so that's kind of what they were on. The brothers were on. They didn't know, they was kind of a little skeptical that she was gonna bring like a cute friend or cousin or whatever. And so when she came, he was like really feeling her off the top. So Los, of course, he is the man, fine. I think eventually in the book they said he kind of looked like the rapper Fabulous, which I got from him, just like a young Fabulous, like when he first came out. So like just like a young guy, but he in the streets or whatever. His dad died. His mother Kathy raised him. Um, and his cousin Ja or whatever. So they get in a car and they are going to the casino. Nice like to gamble. And so they going to the casino. The cousin is a slut bucket. What they call them? Birds. She just like everything negative that you can think of a young girl. And she got a baby. And so they go to the casino, they gamble, they're interacting with each other. Los is playing Lucky kind of closer than he thought he was. He thought he was just finna kind of be the wingman for his brother, like I'm just doing this for you. But once he saw her, he was like, and saw how she was, they could kind of tell just from her demeanor and how she acted that she wasn't like her cousin, right? Cause Nice knew that he was just about to fuck the cousin and go on about his business. But that he could kind of tell that she wasn't like that, that she was a different caliber of girl or whatever. So they go to the casino, they gambling, they kind of interact with each other. Did anything nice and I know he took her shopping, so he did take her shopping. I'm not talking about that, but just like when they had went to the casino and stuff before Nona and Nice went off to the hotel, did anything happen? Did any words kind of get exchanged between the two of them? They ended up getting left by Nice and Nona, the cousin, while they went off to go do their sexcapades and all that in the room. And Los ended up taking Lucky shopping. And I think he might have spent like 6,000 or $12,000 on her on this first shopping spree. And they kind of got to know each other at this time, but not really. But he spent some racks on her. And he wasn't used to doing that. Y'all know how it always be. He ain't used to doing that and all that or whatever. So he took her out. He took her shopping. The interaction between them. One of the reasons why I like this book so much, she was very detailed. This book is like 500 pages long. So she gets very detailed. I love it when they break down the scenes and make you feel it. And you could feel the chemistry between them on this first meeting when they're shopping, the things they're saying to each other. You can tell they feeling each other. You can feel the chemistry off the pages in the book, right? So, they feeling each other. Nice then took the cousin Nona back to the room. He done made her suck him off and fucked her in the ass. And then that was it. He didn't even screw her for real. She didn't get no love. And did he give her some money? I can't remember, but like I said, she was jealous of Lucky from jump. So to see that she just got slutted out in this room, come back and he might have gave her $1,000, and Lucky got 50 bags with her. She ain't had to give up no ass or nothing. She done just got splurged on, and then they finna get ready to go. So she was already hating on her. So now she really pissed off because Lucky done got came out like a bandit on this trip, and she like, damn, I done just gave up my ass literally, and I ain't getting shit. So that happened or whatever. So that happened. He took her or whatever. So they part ways. He gave her 2K at the casino. Nice gave Nona 2K at the casino, and that was it. And so they parted ways. It was like they had this chemistry. They talked to each other. Oh, he even like kissed her. Lucky. I'm talking about Lucky and Low. So he even like kissed her because they took her back to her dorm room. I feel like it's something in my note. They took her back to her dorm room and he took her bags in. And during that time, like it was just thick. Because Lucky was like, I hope this nigga ain't finna trying to hit, because she was like, we done had a good time. You know, he took me out, he took me shopping, and now he just finna ruin it because he finna try to sleep with me or whatever. So they was in her little her room. She had an apartment because they had kind of like, they had money because of the uncle settlement. So they kind of had like a little kiss and everything. And then he ended up leaving because Nice was outside. So he ended up leaving and they didn't exchange numbers or anything. So they felt this chemistry between the two of them. It was thick and everything, y'all. And then he didn't ask for her number because he was thinking like, I be on some bullshit. I got a lot going on. I'm trying to run this drug business, all this stuff or whatever. I'm not even finna fuck with her. She in college. She's a good girl. Da da da. And she was like, damn, he didn't ask for my number. They wanted each other, but they didn't exchange numbers or nothing like that. So they go their separate ways and everything. So then the next time they see each other was it at the club? They was out somewhere. Yeah, it was at a club. They was at the club and they end up seeing each other. And then he took her, she ended up leaving with him. She ended up leaving with him from the club. And I don't, did they sleep together that night? Yes, she did. Her little hot ass. Now, mind you, she's 20. She's 20. I think he's like 24. And she was a virgin, of course. And they met at the club, they exchanged words, and they was like, she was like, why you ain't asked for my number? And he was like, I can't remember what he said. But anyway, so they talking or whatever, and he was like, come on, ride with me. And she was like, all right. And the cousin was like, you going with him? She was like, don't be doing nothing, Ty. And she was like, I ain't gonna do nothing with him or whatever, but she ended up doing something with him. Yeah, he popped her cherry, had her bleeding and everything. Now this nigga 9 inches, y'all. And this little baby had never had sex before. He didn't really break her in. He didn't break her in too bad. So they sleep together, but they're not dating. So they sleep together on the first night. It was really good. She was sore, she was hurt, and all this stuff. But then they didn't they didn't like, I think they had each other's number, but they wasn't talking. They still not trying to mess with each other. They still trying to keep their distance even after this first sexual encounter. So then they had a sexual encounter. They kind of messing around, but they kind of not. So something happened where he didn't call her for like a couple days. He's still trying to keep his distance because I guess he feeling like I don't want to ruin her life or whatever, whatever. So he's still keeping his distance from her, and he didn't call her for like a couple of days. And I'm kind of rushing through this, y'all, because we got to get through this whole entire book. And so we might talk about book 2 next week. So they messing around with each other, but they not really dating. So he didn't call her for a couple of days. She ended up seeing him out like at the basketball court or something like that. And she like tried to, like, where you been? Why haven't you called me? I've been worried about you. We was kind of rocking kind of heavy. They not dating or nothing like that, but they kind of rocking or whatever. And he like went the fuck off on her. He was like basically, you ain't my mama, you ain't my motherfucking PO, like in front of everybody at the basketball court. He went out of town. I know, but he was back at this point. So he went off on her and she ran off crying. That's one thing that got on my goddamn nerves. She was, baby, they was crying in this book. They was crying. She crying. And they wasn't just like crying, the tears slide down the face. They like falling out, crying on the ground, kicking and screaming. I'm like, oh my God. So she crying, she ran off crying or whatever. Baby, they was crying. So she ran off or whatever, and he's not used to like having feelings for a girl, and he's not used to nobody like trying to keep tabs on him and stuff. And so Nice, which is his best friend brother slash brother, was like, damn, you ain't have to go off on her like that. He was like, well, she ain't have to try to be all up in my fucking business like that or whatever. And so of course, oh, this was another thing that was tripping me out that kind of got on my nerves. So he didn't went off on her. Girl, she kept crying. So he didn't went off on her in front of everybody, kind of embarrassed her a little bit and hurt her feelings and everything. But then cousin them like, but he really like you, girl, which I guess they're young. And again, he's the man in the city. So they want her to be with him, whatever. But Todd pissed me off. Like, he didn't really mean it. He really like you. Da, da, da. No, girl, fuck him. Right? Because no, he tripping. It's too early in the game for you to be going off the handle or going off on me and shit like this. Right? The first time I read the book, I think I was kind of like on like with Ty, like, girl, he like you. But like this time, it's like, boy, fuck you. Whatever. So then of course he came back around and he apologized and I think he gave her some money and she was like, okay, whatever. And so now they're dating. Now they like in the thick of it. They dating and everything. So they've been dating for about 2 weeks, maybe 2 months at most, or something like that. And because Lucky is a virgin, he doesn't want to hurt her sexually. So he's getting his rocks off, but not like he normally do. He used to slutting bitches out. He used to turn them up with his 9 inches and going deep in that. But he not gonna do that with Lucky because that's like his little princess and everything. Plus, he knows she's new to it, so he ain't trying to do her like that. So what the fuck do he do? He's still fucking with Crazo over here. Okay, he gave Lucky the horrible advice. And Dominic, we on the same thing, baby, because I'm like matured since the last time I read this book. Anyway, so he went so he can't slut Lucky out. So he started messing with this crazy girl that he know is crazy, that he knows wants him, that he knows got a big ass mouth and be trying to pop off all the time. He go over her and let her suck him off so he can get his rocks off like he want to get his rocks off. What was that girl name? Oh my God, I can't believe girl. Oh my God. So I can't really remember her name right now. Somebody put her name in the chat. It was started with an S, I feel like. So he going over her, he's still fucking with her. So him and Lucky, they're hot and heavy. She done told him, I think at this point that she loved him and he ain't said it back to her, nothing like that. But they together. He's spoiling her, whining, dining her, all this, right? So they having a good time together. They young in love with each other every chance they can get, fucking as much as they can. Shy. Um, all this and that. So they like hot and heavy thick, but he still got shot over here in the cut, fucking with her, so he can get his rocks off like the way he needs to get them off. So one night, okay, so they done already broke up. I'm putting that in quotation marks because they wasn't really together when he went off on her at the basketball court, but they was kind of messing around. So she cried. He said sorry. They got back together that time. So that's the first time. Now this probably on page 3 of the book. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but this on page 3. So they didn't already broke up once. So now they hot and heavy. They together. They with each other every chance they can get, all this and that. So they had this one really, really good day together. They had like went shopping, went out to eat, all this and that. And he was like basically saying like, I don't want to leave, from being with you. And so he was like, come out with me, go out with me. I knew that that was a bad idea when he said it. She knew it was a bad idea when he said it. Right. So she was like, I ain't got my girls with me. I'm by myself and you gonna be with your friends. I'm gonna feel like a third wheel, yada, yada, yada. He was like, nah, I got you. Come on, go out with me. So they go to the club. The club is thick. Everybody and their mama in there. And was Shy. Shy was there. Um, she was kind of tripping a little bit from jump when they got there, kind of saying little snappy stuff and all that. This is the girl that he fucking went on the side. So something happened, and Lucky was like, I'm finna go to the bathroom. And he like, I'm gonna go with you. She was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna go downstairs where it's not as thick. So she goes to the downstairs bathroom, get in the bathroom. Who follows her to the bathroom? Shy. What this is one of the best scenes in this motherfucking book, even though it was messed up. But that fight in that motherfucking bathroom when she was beating that girl in the head with that shoe, it was gruesome. But it was good as fuck. So Shy come up in there and then like, I don't know. So Shy follow Lucky to the bathroom. Of course, this the side piece. He going messing with her and everything. She to follow her to the bathroom and they get into a fight. Lucky is beating Shy ass and she beating her friend ass who is about 6 feet tall. It looked like a man. I can't think of her name either. T Dog, T Dirty, whatever her name was. I don't know if she was a stud or what. Hey, that's the impression that I got. That she might have been stud. And this was her friend. So Lucky is in her fighting for her life, literally. She's literally fighting for her life. So just think, look, petite girl, you got ghetto ass Shot over here who trying to pop off or whatever. She's beating their ass, y'all. She was turning them up. She was taking her shoes off, beating them in the head with shoes, everything. So everybody's standing around watching this fight. She been in there fighting for her life for about 30 minutes. I'm like, when is this nigga gonna come rescue her? When is he gonna come save her? Cause I was like, damn, I know she exhausted. Cause they was turning her up, she was turning them back up, but she was holding her own in that bathroom. Wait a minute. She was holding her own in that bathroom, but I was like, somebody get them off of her, please. So, so finally, here come Los come. And so, oh my God, what's going on? Lucky at her beating their ass. So he come, he beating everybody up. He going crazy. He like, oh hell no, they got my baby. They beat my baby up. He knocking bitches out. He did knock the stud out. He did not. He did knock the stud out. He knocked everybody out. So then Shad like, oh, so you gonna do me like that? You gonna do me for this bitch? And I'm the one up in here sucking your dick every other day, and you coming up here to the. So she didn't let the cat out the bag. That they been sleeping together. Lucky's supposed to be his woman. That's supposed to be his girl. So not only am I up in here fighting for my motherfucking life, but you was fucking this bitch. What happens? Here go Lucky crying again. Screaming, crying. I can't believe he did me like this. Oh my God. Da, 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 da. Oh Lord, she was crying again. And it could be like a little cry. And like I said, she wrote the book so good. You can tell she crying, okay? So she crying again. She ain't fucking with him no more. He feeling bad. She had met his mama Kathy at this point. And damn, I feel like I skipped a lot because a lot happened in between here. You gotta read the book for the rest because this is a long book and we got a lot to get through. So she crying again. He said, he ain't used to all this relationship shit. He used to having bitches and doing what he wanna do. He was horrible, okay? So he like, basically no, first he was like on her, calling her, on her heels or whatever. So then when she wouldn't answer the phone and everything, she like, he like, well, fuck her then. I'll get over it. He told his mama, I get over it. I ain't this relationship, I ain't beat for this shit. Right. So Lucky like she ain't messing with him no more. Here go her cousin him again. Girl, he loves you. Even though Lucky cried. Even though Lucky done got beat up by his mistress side bitch. Even though he done cussed out the one time at the basketball court, her cousin them still talking about, well, girl, they is Ty and it's Keema. Keema is the best friend, Ty is the cousin. Ty like Ty King, well, girl, he love you, and she was just a jump off and all this and that. Just give him some time and da da da. Like, are y'all really? Is this really happening? This girl done got her face. Her face is swole up, lip busted, black eye. No, he is not the man for you, ma'am. Go in the opposite direction, right? So Los, he like, I'm gonna get over it. I don't need her, yada yada yada. But he's sitting at his mama house crying. He depressed. Well, he wasn't crying, but he's sitting at his mama house depressed. He can't eat. He can't sleep. He don't know why he feeling like this. He ain't never been in love before. So both of them going through at this point. I'm tired of their asses at this point. So this they second breakup. Okay, that they been together. This they second breakup since they been together. And it ain't been that long. Okay. So terrible girl kept talking about he loves her. No, go in the opposite direction of him. Girl. So she missing him, even though he done cheated and she done got beat up over his ass. He missing her. So of course the cousin is telling her she needs to go back to him. The friends, his friends is like, man, you need to make it right with her. We like her, yada yada yada. So then of course they get back together. But now Lucky have security issues. She's insecure about her place in his life, you know. And so I'm saying that because this follows them throughout the relationship. They'll have these good moments, everything will be all good. Then boom, she think he cheating, she crying, she fighting him, all kind of shit. But the first time I read this, I really liked their relationship. Like for real. I don't know what the fuck I was on, but I was in the zone. I was with the cousins. I was saying, girl, he love you. He buy you everything. He take care of you, yada, yada, yada. So when they get back together, he vows like I love her because he couldn't eat, he couldn't sleep, he didn't even know what he was going through. He like, I'm not gonna cheat on her no more. Right. So he ain't gonna cheat on her no more. He's not doing it. He learned his lesson. So they back together. They hot and heavy. I think she moved in with him. She moved in with him because he got this big luxurious house. Baby, they be selling these drugs. Like they don't be like Louchanna boys and nothing like that. Our dope boys in our books be them niggas. So he got this big luxurious house. She had her condo and everything at school. Girl, we was on the same stuff. Cause I just love Los and Lucky. I was like, they was couple goals, girl. Like they couple goals. And so, they back together, sexing each other. Lucky finally getting on her shit. She finally know what she doing in the bedroom. So he ain't gotta go over her to shy no more or nothing like that. They fucking day and night. They basically living together. He's taking care of her. He paying her tuition. She cool with his mama. Like they together. Right? Boom. That's Lucky and Los. I think they broke up another time in between this second time and the last time in the book. So that's their relationship. They make up to break up to make up again. Okay. But they was sexing each other crazy. It was good sex. They was both good looking people and he had it going on. She was going to school. She had a good head on her shoulders. I liked them or whatever. Lucky was quiet, but if a motherfucker tried her, she was in that ass. Okay, I liked her for that too. So then, boom, you have her cousin Ty. Ty is her cousin, sister, friend. That's her girl. Okay. Wait, no. Next is Keema and Ja. So then you got Keema and Ja. Oh my God. So they're older now, they're in their 20s now, but they met as teenagers in high school. They started dating. They started dating in high school. And so they got a cute little love story. Somebody threw a can at her in the lunchroom and she thought it was him and she went over there and went off on his ass or whatever and he was like that was not me da, da, da. So that's where their love blossomed, right? They both came from, I think his mother was on drugs, his father wasn't in his life, her mother was on drugs and she was raised by her abusive grandmother Keema. Now we talking about Keema and Ja. So Keema was raised by her abusive grandmother. Ja didn't have a good home life, and so they kind of bonded over that, right? So because Keema's grandmother was abusive, she didn't really take care of her. She didn't buy her no clothes or nothing like that. Now Keema was cute, but she just didn't dress cute, and girls used to mess with her at school, and that pissed me off because she was crying at school when the girls was messing with her. I'm like, oh Lord, they just keep crying. So then Keema, so then Ja, when they start messing with each other, he in the streets. And so he getting money, he a dope boy or whatever. So once they start messing with each other, he started buying her clothes and stuff. So now she cute, she the it girl, she dressing real nice and stuff like that. So they sleeping with each other. This is when they teenagers. They sleeping with each other. And then, well, when we first introduced to Keema and Ja, they at this is of age. They in their 20s now, or whatever. So when they went out that night, the night that Lucky went home with Los, Keema was hugged up with Ja. Hey, Glenda, he feeling all up on her booty and stuff. And Ty and Lucky is like, what the fuck? Because they not used to her being like that with nobody. And it's Ja. So they're rekindling their relationship now. So now they like hot and heavy, but they have a past. Okay? Keema and Ja do. So, um, going back to when they were teenagers and everything, because Lucky and like where he come from, like where he been, and how did y'all get like this already? We ain't never heard about him, but you all hooked up on him outside the club. He touching on your booty and stuff. Where he come from? We cried because it hurt. So we cried because her girl, not the way they was crying. They got on my goddamn nerves. So, back in the day, they met each other. That's how they met. He started taking care of her. She was his saving grace. She was his peace from what he was going through in the streets and stuff like that, Keema. And then what happened between them? Because they done broke up too. So Keema and Ja messing with each other. She basically moves in with him because her grandmother found his drugs in the house, in their house that he gave to her, so he wouldn't get locked up. And the grandma beat her up and put her out because she was selling drugs. The grandma said she should call police on her ass. And the pastor at the church, she called her pastor at the church. So the grandma was a drunk and a holy roller. She go to church Sunday through Saturday, and she come home and she drink. Well, she called the pastor to tell the pastor that her granddaughter is over here into some drug stuff. Well, the pastor said, "Bring the drugs to me, and I'ma pray over the drugs." The pastor was a crackhead. The pastor was a crackhead. So after the grandma done beat her up, put her out, she ended up moving in with Ja. Ja has an older woman girlfriend. Oh my God. The story that she told about when he slept with the teacher, y'all, because he's fine. Okay. 16-year-old boy, but he got the body and everything of a man. And he ended up sleeping with one of his teachers. Was the teacher right. Was the teacher the older girlfriend? Because remember, he slept with the teacher, Dominique. So he has an older girlfriend. Keema knows about this older girlfriend, but he's telling Keema that he's only with her because she helped him. He's young. He getting money, but he's young. So she like helped him get cars. Oh, he was living with her because remember he ain't got nowhere. His home life ain't good. So he didn't have nowhere to stay. So he was living with the older girlfriend. Where was Keema staying at? Because grandma had put her out. She was staying with her friend, maybe. So he was staying with the older girlfriend. Keema know about the older girlfriend, but he's telling Keema, "I'm not messing with her. I'm not messing with the older girlfriend. I'm just using her." So him and Keema sleeping with each other. He be having disappearing acts too, and he ended up First of all, Keema is helping him with his drug business, cooking drugs, all kind of stuff with him. So she his ride or die. Okay. They cooking drugs in the apartment one time, and the older girlfriend comes to the apartment and trying to fight Keema. So now Keema got to fight for her life over her nigga too. It was too much going on. So him and Keema broke up kind of at that time. A lot of stuff happened. He ended up going to jail. He ended up getting shot. All kind of stuff when they were younger. And he ended up giving Keema a sexually transmitted disease from the older girlfriend who he was supposed to not been sleeping with, but he was sleeping with, right? So they broke up, right? Keema cried when they broke up this time, but then they didn't see each other. I think he went to jail. They didn't see each other for like 2 years, and then now they're rekindling their relationship, Keema and Ja. So they done got back together. She's moved back in with him again. They're in love. They're engaged, right? So everything is good between Keema and Ja. Ja know where he went wrong. Keema know where she went wrong. I feel like Nice and Ty had the more mature relationship in the book. So, this all happening. They doing good now. They done been through their drama when they was younger. But again, now Keema has like a little bit insecurity from when he messed with the older woman, and he was sleeping with one of her friends from school, the girl who was supposed to be like her really good friend at school. I ain't gonna say best friend, but like one of her really good friends. Because when Keema got her sexually transmitted disease, she ended up looking at her friend purse, and they had the same medication for that sexually transmitted disease. Wait a minute. Too much, y'all. It was too fucking much going on. So they broke up for 2 years when they was younger. Then they saw each other 2 years later. Now they're back together. Their relationship is going good until Ja gets paternity served with paternity papers and child support. So Ja don't have any children that he know of. All of a sudden, he getting served with child support papers. He don't want to tell Keema about it until he has the paternity test and knows for sure if this is his son. But in the meantime, he's fucking going to the park with the mama and the son and trying to build a fucking daddy son relationship. I was confused. Do you know if this your son or you don't know if this your son, right? But he's keeping this from Keema. Now their relationship is good. Their relationship is perfect. They having a good time. His dumb ass leave the court papers at home. So here go Keema crying. He cheated on me. He cheated on me again. Because he got these paternity papers, right? She didn't read the whole paper that this baby is 3 years old and he didn't know about the baby. She just read that he got served with child support papers. So she goes crazy. She cut up his clothes. She cut up his shoes. All kind of crazy shit. Then when he come home, she's standing in the window like Fatal Attraction. And they end up getting into a fight. And he left. What? Oh, he punched her. Oh, okay. So when they was together when they was younger, she ended up getting pregnant. When she found out she was pregnant, that's when she found out she had that sexually transmitted disease. Then she found out that he was still messing with the girl and some. So she ended up getting an abortion. Keema did. Keema got an abortion. It was a lot going on in her, y'all. So Keema got an abortion. So now they fast forward till today, and she's mad at him because she think he cheating because he got served these child support papers. So when he come home, she done cut up his clothes, shoes, everything, y'all. It was a big crazy scene. And then he came home, she going off on him, cussing him out, and she was like, "That's why I killed your first baby because I knew you wasn't shit." These kids, child. So he done punched a hole in the wall, right? Wait, so he punched a hole in the wall instead of punching her because she's basically telling him that she had an abortion. In his mind, because nobody is really communicating good, he think that she done had an abortion now. But really, this was back when they was teenagers or whatever. So he done punched the wall. So here she go crying again. Child, she cried. Now this was the funniest scene in the book. This was what it went. when when he did he go to jail? What's happened after he punched that wall? He ended up in getting his hand messed up. So then she okay, so then did she go and say that? Girl, right? She should have just left that alone. So then Lucky and Ty gotta come rescue her. They literally gotta come pick her up off the floor. This girl is on the floor screaming, like literally kicking and screaming on the floor, looking at her like, if you don't get your ass up. So then she pregnant now again today, not from when she was a vaccinated. She pregnant now. So they telling her, you doing all this and you got a fucking baby on the way. You need to get it together. And now Ja is mad at her because she killed his baby, right? He thinking that she just did it. But this was back when they was younger. So he's not coming home. He is staying out. He like, fuck her. She killed my baby. I don't fuck with her no more. She at home. She crying. She can't eat, sleep. She finally read the papers and find out that he didn't know about the baby and all this and that. So now she really crying because he done had to get a cast on his arm because of her. She done cut up his clothes and his shoes. And she done told on herself that she done killed the baby. So she really the one in the wrong. He wasn't really in the wrong. I was so tired. Oh, Lord. So they end up staying apart for a couple weeks. What made them get back together? Something happened. I think he got something happened, and they end up being in the same vicinity, same room. They was messing up everybody else's relationship because Lucky and Ty used to have to come rescue her. She'll be calling him in the middle of the night. I can't take it no more. They have to go get her. They have to go get her. And so they his friends like, nigga, you messing up my shit over here. So you need to go back home. So he ended up going back home. They made up. So now, she's pregnant. He is happy about that. She ended up telling him this happened back in the day when you had, was cheating on me and you was mean. And he was like, oh, that made him feel a little better that it wasn't recent. He told her, about, oh, when he went she ended up going to court because they telling her ass, he love you, girl, even though he might have a baby on the way, all this and that. This is what Lucky and Ty telling Keema. He love you. Girl, they will serve my ass up. So, oh, he love you, girl. You need to get back with him. He didn't know that was his baby, blah, blah, blah. So she ended up showing up at court when he had to go see if this was his son or not. Come to find out it wasn't his son. So boom, they back on the right track. She pregnant. They done told each other everything. Boom, they back together. Ain't no more tears in this relationship. So boom, we gonna go over tonight, y'all. So then we got Ty. Okay, Ty is this beautiful, bootylicious woman. She's educated. She has a really good job and she done with the doughboys. Okay, her last boyfriend, I think he got killed or he either went to jail. So she was like, I'm not doing the drug dealers no more, right? So she worked in a nice office with big wigs and stuff like that. She was like, I'm finna try to get me a square, basically. So she finna get her a square. She meet this man at her job name. No, before she met Douglas, remember the guy Nice at the beginning of the book, Los brother, best friend. They went, it was the Lucky, Los, the cousin, Nona, and Nice. Okay. So Nice and because Los with Ty and Jive with Keema, Nice and Ty have to interact with each other because they all friends and stuff, right? And so they had a little chemistry going on between each other. And so one night they end up meeting each other out. They had seen each other. They kind of flirted with each other before. He was looking at her like, damn, she fine. She got a big booty and all this and that. And but they didn't mess with each other. So then finally they messed with each other and they end up sleeping together. But Ty has this rule with this cousin that she hates, that they cannot sleep with each other men, or she can't go behind her. So because he messed with the cousin, she can't mess with him, even though she don't fuck with the cousin. They don't like each other, right? So she can't mess with him because he messed with her cousin, which was really crazy. And so they end up sleeping with each other, but she was like, we can't, and the sex was amazing and it was the best sex they ever had. They had really good chemistry and stuff like that. So she was like, I can't mess with you. Don't tell nobody we did this. It was just a fuck. It was just a friendly fuck. Don't tell nobody we did this. Boom, I gotta keep you at a distance, right? So Ty and Nice slept together, but they can't be together because he was with the cousin. So then she started messing with Douglas at her job. Douglas started off a really nice man. Okay. Then Douglas turned into a fucking crackhead asshole, right? He started calling her fat. He was telling her she was from the hood and, like, cause he come from this real prestigious family. His parents, they go to the country club and all this and that, but he black. Think Carlton. So But she trying to stick it out with him because she was like, he on the straight and narrow. He come from a good family. I'm just gonna try to stick it out. But meanwhile, he's like talking shit to her, talking down to her, all this and that, right? That's not the only thing with Douglas. Douglas got a small penis. Not only does Douglas have a small penis, Douglas has a dildo. Not only are you talking shit to me, not only do you be trying to put me down, not only do you think I'm beneath you, but you gotta use a motherfucking dick. You like, y'all know most men, they got a little peen, they just got a little peen, baby. They gonna try to put that little peen on you. No, Douglas know his shit is little, so he would a dildo. And not just any dildo. He got the biggest dildo. he was fucking tired with that dildo. He was fucking out with that dildo. I was like, this man, when I tell y'all this book is so good, it's pretty good. But he was having sex with this girl with a dildo. Okay, boom. So whenever everybody is around each other, a blind man, that's what I'm saying. A blind man could see that Ty and Nice had something going on. Okay. So Douglas know that Ty has had some with Nice. And y'all know how lame ass, little dick ass motherfuckers be when that he already insecure, so he really started jackhammering her with this dildo. He really started jackhammering her with this dildo. Right? So, oh, Douglas was a fucking mess, okay? So, little piggy, how he talking to you, he ain't got the good. Girl, because he thought he was the man, he thought his money spoke, and he ain't even had no fucking money. So that's what's going on with Ty. So then Douglas can peep that Ty and Nice mess with each other. Douglas can also peep that Nice, Los, and Ja are dope boys, right? So because his family is in the law, like judges, stuff like that, he tells Ty, if you try to leave me, I'm gonna tell on them. I'm gonna drop a dime on them, basically. He about to drop a dime on them. He gonna drop a dime on them. So Todd like so she's staying in this relationship with him to protect Nice, who she slept with one time, but she's in love with him. Okay. So she stayed with Dildo Man to protect Nice, right? So Nice is like, why you won't mess with me because of your cousin? So he kind of feel bad. So they love each other. They want to be together, but they at odds. Cause she can't be with him because he messed with the cousin. He mad at her because that's her philosophy on the situation. Well, Nice ended up having a really bad car wreck. He ride bikes. He had a bike crash. This when their relationship get rekindled, right? So they slept together this one time. Then the book go on. She started messing with Douglas, and then Nice had a bike ride, a bike crash. So she goes to the fucking hospital to see how he doing. He had emergency surgery. Okay, so this means that he's down bad. When you gotta have emergency surgery, you down bad. So he's still in the hospital. She's going to see him. It might have been a week or two, but still, he had emergency surgery. So y'all know they fucked in that hospital. All I could picture in my head was he still got bandages wrapped on his body, and she got on top of him in this hospital bed and is fucking him. First, he ate her out. I was like, this is too much. But they at the hospital bumping and grinding, and one of the nurses walked in on them. Okay. So it was good though to read. It was a good scene to read. But I'm like, he had my emergency surgery 2 weeks ago, baby. I don't see how y'all doing this, but I guess where there's a will, there is a way. Y'all heard me? Excuse me. So that's when Nice and Ty relationship rekindled. But they're still playing each other at a distance because she still can't mess with him because of her cousin that she don't fuck with. And now he's keeping her at arm's length because he like, I like you, but you keep playing me. So let's just keep this as a sexual relationship. So after they sleep together in the hospital, they keep sleeping together. But she's catching feelings. He's trying to keep his distance because, like, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me, basically. So they developing this friendship, this sexual relationship. Nice also has a daughter that everybody loves. He wasn't at her. Girl, he had emergency surgery. You gotta be hurt if you had emergency surgery. So Nice has a daughter. His daughter's mom is the worst mama in the world. Think crackhead, bad bitch. I don't know, but she really didn't want the daughter. Okay, she did. And he put it on her in the hospital bed, bandages and all. So So he has a daughter. His daughter's mother is the absolute worst. She do drugs. She lead a little girl with anybody. She didn't really want the little girl. She just knew that she was gonna get money if she had the baby. Okay. So, and he loved his daughter. He's a good dad, but of course he in the streets, he always they was on flights a lot. They was going out of town all the time, right? So Ty has a good relationship with the daughter. The daughter ended up calling her mom because her mother ain't shit and everything. So then Ty, that's I think the daughter kind of brought them together. Like he could see he liked her, but then to see how she was with his daughter, he really liked her. So then Lil P man gets mad at Ty one night and fights her, punches her in the fucking face, and is fighting her. And this is when she get away from him, and then she end up being with Nice. Okay, so now her and Nice together. Then he has his daughter. He going through it with the baby mama. The baby mama keep trying to fight Ty. They get into it. It's a lot of insecurity, young, get it. I do get it. I get it because the baby mama ended up coming over to the house one day with her friends, her sister and one of her friends, to like go off on time, stuff like that. And she ended up telling Ty, baby mama's got access to that dick, forever. And so we still fucking, we still sleeping together. When you think he over there getting a baby, he's sleeping with me. Which he wouldn't touch his baby mama with a 10-foot pole. Nice was the type of dude, he liked to, just like with the cousin, he liked to stick and move. And he got stuck with her with the baby. Right? But he would not mess with her. He's not sleeping with her. So now Ty got an insecurity thinking that he's still messing with the baby mama. The baby mama is on drugs. The drugs dealer that she messed with want to set up Nice, and that's in like in book 2, really. So they one big happy family. They got the daughter. The daughter is calling her mommy. He's doing what he can to get custody of the daughter because the mama will like leave the daughter at school and don't pick her up for like 2 hours, right? So you got Lucky, you got Los, you got Keema, you got Ja. Keema gets pregnant. She had her baby when she went back to the hospital doctor for like her 6 week checkup. She was pregnant again. So they was hot and heavy at this point. They got married also after he found out that she was pregnant this time. After they had their big blow up and all that. Nice, nice and tight. They had a few run-ins where she was running off crying too. When the baby mama had came over there, she ran off crying too. So, but now they're like all together. They got their relationships and everything. They all friends, brothers, cousins, everything like that. So towards the end of book one, Los and Lucky start having issues again because he started messing with this woman drug dealer in New York. Why he didn't tell her about it, I don't know. Like, just tell her so that she don't have to worry about it. Somehow he end up, the lady wanted him because he was fine and he spoke Spanish, y'all. Ooh, yes, Los, he spoke Spanish, and the lady wanted him that he was messing with, and she was very attractive. And she would always like push up on him when they would do like they drug deals and stuff like that. And one night he came home and he smelled like perfume because she had pushed up on him. Now, Los is not fucking with her. He didn't tell her this is business, it's strictly business. I'm not fucking with you. But she can tell that he kind of feeling her or whatever. So then that becomes a problem in their relationship because she thinks that he's cheating with somebody in New York. She don't know that this is a drug connection that he got. And the lady always calling him and she always telling him she miss him and like stuff like that. Which he said that he was gonna start having somebody else deal with her because he knew she was gonna be trouble. But then he's kept messing with her. I think he wanted some mess to pop off. So now Lucky think he's cheating. She crying again. She crying and she finna leave him and it's a mess. Ja and Keema's pregnant again. They doing good. And then Nice and Ty are doing good, but they got this baby mama situation going on where the baby mama is at her wit's end because she wanted him, but now he got this girlfriend and he loving and all this and that. Oh my God. So they got the baby mama situation. The baby mama ended up kidnapping the daughter. I can't remember that happened in book one or book two. And so that's their drama that they having to deal with. Because the baby mama ended up kidnapping the daughter. Plus the baby mama boyfriend that she getting drugs from. Plus the baby mama that she getting drugs from. I mean, the boyfriend that she getting drugs from want to set the baby daddy up. Nice. So they planning all this stuff. Mind you, the mama ain't the best mama in the first place. So why you trying to kidnap somebody? I don't know. I felt so bad for little cat. Oh my God, it was so sad because she just used to treat the little baby bad. So Lucky going crazy. She going to find Los cheating and all kind of stuff, and then she ended up running off and everything. It was just a mess, y'all. Book two is so good. I think okay, so book one, like up to 50%, they was getting on my nerves. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this time, but then 50% of this book to the end was so good. Book two is really good. And so let's talk about book two next week, y'all. So that's what's going on in book one. Lucky ends up running away after all the drama started happening with the connect to New York, and she think he cheating and all this and that. She ends up running away, and she ended up being pregnant too. So let's talk about that next week because we got to get through the kidnapping. We got to get through Lucky running away and being gone and Los looking for her. And then what happened with Keema and Ja? I know they gonna end up having issues because they had these babies real quick and they newly married and all that stuff or whatever. So that's what happened in this first book, y'all. what I have talked about does not really even touch the surface. Like so much happens throughout the pages of of this book. I'm not even touching the surface of it. Like so much more happens, but it was so they mature a little in book two. They do. Um yeah, but it was good. Young love. Y'all know I love me some good hood love. And so this was right up my alley. Like I said, I think I matured a little bit since the first time I read it because I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it, but it was still really good. And that's why I was like, I know this is a good book because I read it this time and it was like I hadn't read it the first time. It was like I hadn't read it. It was that good. Like I was engrossed in it. So, girl Jennifer, listen, and you ain't heard nothing yet. Cause a lot happened in book two. I think book two is like 500 pages. The only thing about book two is it end on a cliffhanger. Keema was helping the grandma in book two. Is it end on a cliffhanger? And the cliffhanger is so fucking good. Oh my God. And there is no book three. And I don't think we're gonna ever get a book three because it's been like 10 years. Literally. So thank y'all for joining me tonight. Thank y'all for listening. I got parachutes, y'all. And I will be at behind the pen. Celeste just told me she was gonna be at there. Who else gonna be at behind the pen? Let me know if y'all gonna be at behind the pen. I can't wait to see y'all in a couple of weeks. Um, it's been it ain't just been years, it's been like a lot of years. Um, so yes, I'm excited. I'm happy for Takira Allen. She keeps selling out her books. Y'all keep buying them. She totally deserved this. I am so happy for her. I'm excited to see Nina at behind the pen. I think Ray Lee's gonna be behind the pen. Behind the pen gonna be lit. Yeah, we gonna have to make up our own ending for book three. Oh, the cliffhanger for book two is so good. But anyway, we're gonna talk about book two next week. And by that time, Parachute should be out. And then we can talk about that. So that's what we're gonna do. But this was good. This book was good. If you haven't read it and you can get through all the crying, you will like it. If you like hood stories, you will like it. If you can get through all that crying, you're gonna be all right. They're gonna get on your nerves probably the first 50% of the book, but it's gonna be good. So we're gonna talk about book two next week, and then hopefully Parachutes will be out. We can talk about that. And then that's it, y'all. But this was good. This was a good discussion. This book was good to me. So I'll see y'all next week. It's the Black Girl Book Club podcast. The Black Girl Book Club podcast. Hey, bye y'all.